Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Art with Miss Myra. I'm going to apologize today. I am having to do today's lesson just a little bit early, so I hope that everyone can go back and look and see that I have posted a new lesson. I've got to run to town today and get my snow tires taken off. So and of course then I'm going to get my snow tires taken off, and then it's going to snow this weekend. I'm almost 100% confident that's what will happen. So, but it's getting to be that time of the year, so I have to switch back to my regular driving tires. So, okay, so today's lesson, and today is Tuesday, March 31st. And today's lesson is we're going to be making marbled paper with shaving cream. Okay, so as we go along and I do more lessons for you guys and with you guys, I'm going to show you how to make self-designed paper, okay? And this is one of the lessons where we're going to be showcasing a technique in which you can make self-designed paper. So, therefore you wouldn't, you can make this paper and utilize this paper in any way. You can use it, for stationery paper, any kind of decorating paper, if you want to do card making, or if you just want a pretty paper. It's just a really unique technique to use a couple of basic supplies, that we all have here in our homes. And it's the end result is going to be just beautiful and stuff. So I hope that you guys enjoy this lesson today. And as always, if you have any questions after you view the video, you can feel free to contact me. I'm Myra Klein on Facebook, and I, as always, I love to see all of the finished pictures of, hi, how are you, Kayla? I love to see the finished pictures of when you kids, or even I have some adults who follow along and do projects with me, and anybody who wants to post a picture or send me a picture afterwards, I always love that. I love to see what's going on. So, okay, so we're going to get started with today's project. Today's project, like I said, we're making marbled paper using shaving cream, and so we need shaving cream, any kind of shaving cream. Kids, go and ask your dads, your grandpas, your moms, whatever, and stuff for some shaving cream. We're going to need food coloring, okay? And so, when I've done this project before, you can also use liquid watercolor. But I realize a lot of people probably don't have liquid watercolor, so that's why I'm saying you can use food coloring instead. You're going to need a scissors. You're going to need paper, and I've just taken, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do this today is I took printer paper, white printer paper, and I just cut that into a size that I want, okay? And so you can use printer paper. You don't have to have cardstock. You don't have to have watercolor paper. You can use just regular paper and you will get the same effect, okay? Then you also need a ruler or some kind of a straight stick. This is a paint stick. You're going to need a skewer, and as always, I use my manicure stick for a skewer. What's better than that, right? And then you're going to need a dish, a baking dish. And I said yesterday a 9x13, but really any size baking dish as long as it's flat, you can use. And then you're going to need paper towels. So let's get started with this project, okay? And I'm going to move my phone down a little bit so you can see my work area. So you can see I've got all of my supplies lined up. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to just take the caps off of my food coloring here. So I'm all ready to go. All right, and what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to make a thin layer of shaving cream on the bottom of my pan, okay? Doesn't have to be thick. Just, I want the whole thing covered though, okay? So that is about like that, okay? So now I'm gonna start choosing my colors, and I'm just gonna drop my colors in kind of willy-nilly. I don't have any rhyme or reason to this. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop a few different colors. Maybe get some, we want one drop at a time, not multiple. Okay. And then I'm going to take my manicure stick and I'm going to do swirls in the colors. I mean, I want to swirl those colors around and just make some funky designs, okay? And then, so I have something that looks about like this, okay? So then I'm gonna take my paper here, my printer, white printer paper, but you can really use any kind of paper that you have. You can use construction paper, excuse me, cardstock if you have it. And then I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna press. I'm just gonna press it. And then when I lift up, you can see I've got this really cool design, but that is not where it ends, okay? Forgot to say, guys, if you want to use disposable gloves with this project, you can stain your fingers, so you might not want to do that. So now I'm going to take my straight edge and I'm just going to hold my paper up at the top and I'm just going to scrape off my shaving cream, okay? And then I end up with a paper that looks like this. So now I know that I have to do probably, I'm gonna add some different color in here because that maybe wasn't the exact desired effect that I wanted. So I'm going to go in here, I'm gonna add another color and then I'm gonna do swirls it again, swirl it around. And then I'm going to take another piece of paper and I'm going to lay it down. And I'm just going to press it down, press it down, press it down. Awesome. Now I've got lots of color on my sheet. So I'm going to lay that down flat on my paper towels and I'm going to hold one end of my paper and then I'm just going to scrape off my shaving cream. I'm going to scrape that off because we don't need the shaving cream anymore. That just gave us our effect and the marbling. And awesome, that's exactly what I want. I want just a marbled effect on my paper and you know, something like this. So if I want it, I'm gonna do one more for you guys. I'm gonna add just a little bit of red this time. And here's the thing, you can change this around between every time that you do it, or if you wanna just print several of the same kind of effect ones, you can do that too. It doesn't matter. It's you know, I've said this before and you guys have heard me say this and stuff. Art is what you think is beautiful, and if you think that that is, you know, my idea of what is beautiful versus your idea of what is beautiful might be a little bit different. But you know, if you're making art, you just do what you think is beautiful and go with that, because that is what art is all about. So okay, so now I've added a little bit of red. So now I'm going to, my tripod's acting funny today. Now I'm going to go ahead and press down on this. And actually, before I lift this up, I'm going to take and wipe off some of my shaving cream off my stick. So I can get a really nice, clean thing. And there we go. And so now we're going to lay it down again, and we're going to scrape off, holding one end, we're just going to scrape off the shaving cream. Make sure you get off all the shaving cream. And there we go. Look at that. That is exactly what we want for one of our marbled papers with shaving cream. So I'm going to let those set those to the side and let them dry, and then I will be utilizing them later. So that is it, guys. That is how you make marbled paper with shaving cream. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact me. I will be happy to answer any questions. And please join me tomorrow for Art with Miss Myra. And we're going to be doing Printmaking 101. So the supplies that we will need for that project will be, we will need foam, styrofoam, a styrofoam plate, a styrofoam cup, even a take-home box, whatever you have. We need a dull pencil, an acrylic paint, and then paper to do our design on. So like I said, I want to be doing a couple of projects with you guys, so you can learn how to do self-designed paper, and that is another thing that we're going to be adding to our self-designed papers and stuff, another technique that we can be doing and stuff to make self-designed papers. So, okay, well, thank you all for joining me today, and have a great rest of the day. Hope you all get out and enjoy some of this nice warm weather before, we're gonna get snow this weekend. I said we are, because I'm taking my snow tires off, so that's usually what happens. So, but thank you so much, guys, for joining me. As always, have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye-bye.